Well, hello there everybody. Welcome to day 7 of the New Business Bootcamp. Thank you for sticking with me this long. I know it's only a week, but you know, a lot of people sign up for stuff and then they just kind of flake out. So if you're still with me, I very much appreciate it. And today we're going to be wrapping up by taking a look at how, as business owners, we should be working with virtual assistants to be able to leverage our time. Now, when I talk about leveraging our time, here's my deal. This is my take on it. I think that as business owners, our time is our #1 most important commodity. I mean, if you think about it logically, money comes and goes. You know, you spend money, you make it, it is what it is. But with time, once you've spent that time, it's gone forever. So you must make sure that you invest it properly, particularly when it comes to business growth. So today we're going to be going over all the different types of things that VAs can do for you. We're going to be going through how to hire them, how to train them and manage them. And then right at the end of the video, I'm going to give you very much a real-world example of a particular project that you could do on your own, trying to handle everything, or then work with a virtual team to be able to get them to do fundamentally all the work. You'll see the difference right in front of your eyes. It's unbelievable when you look at it like this. So that's how we're wrapping up the week. I very much thank you for sticking with me, like I said. If you haven't done so already, make sure you pop over to Facebook, Ducker on facebook.com, join the community there. There's been some really good conversations and people helping each other out and things like that over the last week. And please do stay subscribed to the blog. I promise you nothing but high quality content that is going to help you catapult your business into the 21st century every single week. Until next time, take good care, enjoy today's video, and I'll see you soon at chrisducker.com. Bye for now. All right, so here we are with the last day of the New Business Bootcamp, day 7. Today we're going to be talking about hiring and working with virtual assistants. Like I said in my intro, a massive game changer for anyone that gets involved in it. I'm not just saying that because I'm quite heavily involved in the outsourcing industry myself, but I can honestly say to you that I have worked with hundreds, literally hundreds and hundreds of entrepreneurs in the time that I've been in the business, and it's a beautiful thing to be able to see people engage the services of VAs and then really start to utilize them to grow their businesses. And that's exactly what we're going to talk about today. As always, if you're chatting about the course on Twitter or via social media, that sort of type of thing, New Business Bootcamp is the hashtag. I've been getting some really cool questions pop up actually, and a few little funny comments here and there. So it's been great to be able to converse with you guys in regards to that on the social networks. So what are virtual assistants? Very, very good question. I don't get asked this question as much as I used to because people are getting more and more kind of engaged with them, and the term is used quite frequently now. But bottom line, they're professional workers that help you run, support, and grow your businesses. Simple as that. Now, why do we, as entrepreneurs, need them? Why do we need to work with them? A couple of really, really good points. First up, to maximize and leverage our time. I've always said, money comes and goes, but once you've spent your time, it's gone forever. It's gone forever. Time is the #1 most important commodity to any business owner. So if we can do anything to leverage our time and get more done every day, then it's obviously a good thing. It also allows us to be able to utilize the skill sets of other people that we don't have ourselves to be able to help kind of elaborate on certain things, or produce documentation or marketing plans and that sort of type of thing. So being able to utilize a team of people, whether they be right next to you or virtually out there, is huge to the growth of any company. You can't be the one-man band forever. It's absolutely impossible if you want to, sort of grow and become more successful, more profitable, and so on. They also allow us to be able to grow our business very affordably as well. And this is the big question. Do we keep it closer to home? Do we outsource overseas? And I'm not really going to discuss that right now. I've done so in blog posts and interviews and things like that before in the past. But the bottom line is that working with overseas VAs obviously allows us to try out their services and what their services can bring our business and the growth of our business without investing any huge amount of collateral, which is absolutely huge. And it really does get to the point of creating a more enjoyable lifestyle for us as entrepreneurs as well, because not only do our business grow, but obviously we get to spend more time with our loved ones, our family and friends, and doing what we like doing, such as traveling and, you know, all that sort of type of stuff as well. So before we go any further, let's just have a look at the 4 main types of virtual assistants, or VAs as they're now sort of referred to more than anything else, that are available for small business owners all around the world to start working with straight off the bat. First up is the holy grail, as far as I'm concerned, of virtual staff, and that is the general VA, the general virtual assistant. This is your Gal Friday. This is like your personal assistant, although she can't make you cups of coffees or, you know, pick up your dry cleaning kind of thing. This kind of VA will do your online research, your calendar management, your audio and video uploading, blogging and transcription work, social media management. They'll also handle all of your travel itineraries, and on and on and on the list goes. Every single entrepreneur on the planet must have a general VA. Fact. If you don't have one, you're already behind in the game. Trust me. Start looking into getting one immediately if you want to be able to grow your business fast. Next up is our web developer VA. It is what it says it is. Somebody who's very WordPress savvy. They can do a lot of theme customizations. They can build out membership sites and portals if you're looking at sort of producing online content to sell and share. Niche site creation, landing pages, squeeze pages, and usually they can handle a little bit of light graphic design work such as icons and buttons and banners and things like that as well. Next up is our S.E.O, or our search engine optimization VA. They handle all your on and off-site optimization as well. They can do all your link building, your social bookmarking, create those link wheels that work so well. They can also do a little bit of, press release, link building, and, you know, that sort of stuff as well. So across the board, they just end up getting you to the top of Google and the other types of search engines out there organically. And 9 times out of 10, guys, stay away from the black hat or the bad SEO type tactics. Look for long term. It's an investment for you and your business online. Next up is our content writer VA. This is someone that can handle all of your keyword research, your article content research. They can do a little bit of internal link building and integration as well, maybe work hand in hand with an SEO VA at the same time. They'll handle all of your article submission and article spinning, as well as all of your blog posting and commenting and that sort of type of stuff as well. This kind of VA is very important in regards to brand building and that sort of type of thing, because they're kind of out there doing a lot of this sort of written work for you. So it's important to make sure that you get someone who truly enjoys writing and is very good at doing exactly that. There's a couple of major areas that are sort of starting to emerge as well on top of those 4 main roles. The first one is kind of encapsulated under the title of video and audio editors. You're rare that you can get one person do both. Every now and then they do pop up, but ultimately video and audio editors are starting to come out of the woodwork quite heavily right now, as well as mobile app developers too. I also would like to mention very quickly, I get asked a lot of times over the last sort of 6 to 8 months or so, whether there's any good mobile app developers here in the Philippines, and right now there really isn't. Yes, there's a few people doing it, but ultimately they're still catching on. So if you're looking for mobile app developers, go over to Eastern Europe, and you'll be able to find them relatively easy on the job sites that I mention in a little while. So let's talk about training a VA. Number 1, don't assume anything. All right, do not assume a single bloody thing. You have to train them and work with them. Using video and audio is great because it means that they can play those things back and they get either a visual or an audio idea as to what you want and how you want it put together. And avoid using long and boring emails as task sheets as well. Actually they're going to end up missing things in that regard. So I use a lot of video, a lot of screencasts and stuff like that. It works really, really well when training my VAs and things like that too. When we talk about delegating to our virtual assistants, let's be as clear as we possibly can on everything that we're doing for them. You must set realistic timelines and deadlines in place for when you want tasks completed, and do your best to try and give one task at a time. They might have a few revolving tasks every now and then, like, at 3 p.m. every Thursday, update Facebook with an image or something like that, but ultimately try and give just one task at a time. It just means they're a little bit more focused, and you too, obviously, as well, in regards to working with them and making sure you're getting what you want. Managing a VA. Talked about this so much in interviews that I've done with people when they've asked me to be on podcasts and things like that. Don't micromanage your virtual assistants. They're going to quit. Plain simple. Nobody likes to be micromanaged. We've talked a little bit about that in some of the other lessons in the last week as well. Try and use a project management system if you can, because it will enable you to sort of stay a little bit more regimented, particularly at the beginning of working with them. And you know what? Just be a nice guy. Just be a nice person to work for. Nobody wants to work for the arsehole. And, just be a nice person, and everything should go just fine with them. Reporting and getting updates from them is just as important as giving them decent tasks and making sure that those tasks are delegated in the right way. I like to start with getting daily updates from virtual assistants when I start working with them, and then maybe move to weekly updates further down the line after maybe 4 to 6 weeks or so, when we've had a little bit of rapport built together. And then, you can always give my personal system a bit of a try, which is literally just a bullet point email sent to me at the end of every day. Very quick and easy for me to be able to reply to whilst they're sleeping, or I'm working late, or I'm on an aeroplane, or whatever the case may be. Fact of the matter is, it works really well for me. That's my personal system. Bullet point email, fire my responses back, and on and on and on it goes every day. So that's the reporting and the updating side of things with working with your VA. And obviously, guys, I know I'm skimming here, okay? This is something that I have been asked on numerous occasions, this particular subject, on actually producing a full-blown course on outsourcing. It may or may not happen in the future. It's not within my plans for the immediate future, but I do talk about it a lot on stage at conferences and things like that. But ultimately, I'm skimming here. I get that. The blog has plenty of great content, as well as a YouTube channel as well, so you can find out tons more on that sort of type of stuff in those particular areas. Now, what I want to do right now to wrap up this little lesson is give you a very clear real life, very much a real life example of what working with a virtual assistant or a team of VAs can actually do for you on one particular project. And as we've talked about them a little bit in this week, I want to focus on ebooks. So when you create an ebook and you market an ebook, whether you're going to be giving it away for free or selling it, regardless, there's a lot of work that goes into that. And as you can see from this particular cover, this is the personal brand building ebook that I wrote, which you can get for free. I'll put a link below the video here today so you can check it out. But ultimately, it starts with the ebook and designing and creating it and writing it and everything. Then along to a mini site customization, graphic design, creating sales copy, setting up your shopping cart, your affiliate program, your customer service, your marketing, your opt-in list email, your press release. Mate, I don't need to keep going here. You can see what's on the screen. You see how busy it gets. Now, here's the reality check. You can go from this to this by working with virtual assistants on a project just like this. Look at the difference. There it is again. And this is what you'll be doing if you work with VAs. You see what you're doing here? You're a content machine. You're creating the book, the sales copy, you're writing blog posts for the marketing, you're shooting that video, and then your launch post for actually launching your ebook. That's a massive change in terms of the sheer volume of work that you'll be doing. There it is again. That's without your VAs, and that's with your VAs. Absolutely huge. So today's action step is to develop what I call your 3 lists to freedom. Very easy list to put together. First up, put together a list of things that you don't like doing. I mean, you would rather, and I always say this and I love it, it's a great analogy, you would rather vomit in your own mouth and swallow again.
Graphic, potentially a little bit, but what the hell, we're on the last day here of the week. So number one, list of things that you don't like doing. Number two, list of things that you can't do. You don't have the skill sets to actually perform these tasks. And lastly, a list of things that you feel as a business owner you shouldn't be doing for whatever reason. It doesn't matter, you're the boss. Then, if you've not outsourced before, start looking at some of those tasks and get onto Odesk or Elance, which are the two big sort of job project-based outsourcing sites out there where you can post, job ads for designing a logo or putting together a landing page or designing an ebook or whatever the case may be. These are the two sites, odesk.com, elance.com, that you've got to check out. Just post a few projects up there, work with a few virtual assistants, get a bit of a feel for everything, and I'm sure that by the time you've done sort of 3 or 4 projects, you'll be able to maybe get on to the next step, and that is, if you have outsourced before, to go ahead and actually hire a full-time virtual assistant. 9 times out of 10, it's got to be that general VA first up, just like I said. Now, here's a little bit of a disclaimer involved with this. I own a company called Virtual Staff Finder that some of you may or may not heard of, some of you may or may not actually worked with to find your VAs. There's my disclaimer. This is my company, but if you pop over to virtualstafffinder.com, we'll be able to help you find that full-time or even a part-time virtual assistant to be able to help you run, grow, and support your business bigger and better than you ever imagine. Believe me, we've helped hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of entrepreneurs in the last couple of years on that site. So as always, guys, anything that's mentioned in this particular video, as well as all the other videos throughout the course of the week, all the resources, the tools that you'll need, the tools of the trade you need to be able to take your business to the next level here are over on the resource page, chrisducker.com/resources. Again, massive amounts, huge amounts of feedback that I've been getting on the Facebook page. I'd love to see you over there. Ducker on facebook.com, and if you want, you can go ahead and follow me on Twitter as well. I know you've seen these slides a few times this week, so I apologize for being a little bit repetitive, but the whole point here is to build community. It's about building a group of people that genuinely enjoy each other's company, whether it be face-to-face or online, that want to help each other, that want to succeed together as well as individually. And I've got to be honest with you, I am absolutely astounded by the sheer brilliance that we've got going here at chrisducker.com and everything that we're doing. I applaud you guys for staying with me for the entire 7 days. A lot of people do flake out. You're still here. That's why, as we say in England, you are the bollocks, baby. So I want to say thank you one more time to each and every single one of you for tuning in. I will see you over at the blog, chrisducker.com. Stay tuned. Plenty of training still to come. This is not the end. In fact, it's just the beginning. Keep coming back to the blog. I promise you nothing but great stuff. And I will see you very, very soon, my friends. Thanks again for your attention and all your support and interest. I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye for now.